Greetings everyone. Hi. Oh damn, today was not my day. Oh. Oof. Today was so not my day. But how are you guys? Please let it work now. Ugh. Again. A freaking again. I know it's out. I bought it already. It's in my library. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I'm there. Oh no, I was wondering if we would have a stream today. Yeah, we will definitely have a stream today, but like right before it got out, everything went havoc. First I couldn't find it for like an hour, for like almost half an hour, and then, as if I wouldn't be waiting anyway, Windows update. A freaking Windows update. Because, I mean, okay, it was my own fault because I was clicking away the previous one again and again. But anyway, hi Lech. Hi Lech. There we go. Volume 15 of Creatives, Conventional or Otherwise. It crashed! You gotta be kidding me. Lech, okay. But what is going on today? Is it Friday the 13th? No, it's not. It's quite opposite. Quite the opposite. Oh my worm, really? Start. Come on. No, you're not late, Alex. You're not late. There we go. Everything crashed and had updates today. Okay, you're not late, Alex. Okay. You walk with a purpose. You don't really have a purpose, aside from friendship, of course. But you know these streets pretty well by this point, so you can at least strut like you've got one. Aw, she's adorable. She's probably gonna kill us or die. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Which one will we gonna visit first? Which one do you want to see first? Which one's first? Alex, Lech, what do you say? It's totally up to you today, because I'm late. I'm late to the party, so I do not deserve to have a take on this. Wanchi Adyata or Charun Krojip? Personally, but Sharon is the worm kid. Yeah, she is small and round and cute. And also, Charun has my symbol. If I would, is my symbol. Is my extended zodiac symbol. Charun is. Charun? Charun. Hello, Wanchi Adyata. Hello. We're just deciding which one I should go first, and Alex said Charun first. Okay, let's do Charun, because he has my extended zodiac symbol if I wear that blood color, because you know, you were able to choose the blood color and I went for olive, because why the heck not? Oh, my nose is itchy. Okay, Charun twice, and let's go then. Actually, you know what? You think you've had to hear with friendship? What? You're sure you'll be back on your regular friend making bullshit later, but today is just one of those days. Curl up under the blankets with your favorite show sort of day. Leave your phone on silent and say nothing to one sort of day. And honestly, you've watched a friend almost die of poisoning and gazed upon the juggalo afterlife. You think you've more than earned a day, or night rather, of respite like this. Yeah. Juggalo afterlife was not fun. I mean, it was cool seeing it, but it was not fun. It was a cute little honker. That cute little honker. So, just for today, you turn your back on this new swath of Alternian city you were considering walking through, and head back to your old hideout. No explorations now, only bed. Yeah, we have a weird hideout. You drag yourself up the scaffolding to your hidey hole. More than hiding, more than binging on media or relaxing amidst peace and quiet. You want to take a nice long nap. So you spill yourself into the little pile of bedding pillows and various pieces of clothing you've managed to throw together and settle in. As soon as your body touches it, you're out like a light. But it isn't very long until you're awake again, and not because your body is rousing itself after sufficient slumber, but because of a persistent scrabbling sound. A persistent scrabbling sound that's followed by a loud thunk. Typically, what wouldn't be enough to get you up, you're a pretty heavy sleeper. But the noise is accompanied by a nagging sensation that whatever is making the noises in the room with you, and that has you bolting upright. You must have woken up in the middle of your REM cycle because you feel like a mummy rising out of the crypt. Is this real life or is this just fantasy? Is just real life or is just fantasy? I have no idea how to sing that. But that's a reference. Your brain struggles to make sense of your surroundings through the fog and of residual sleepiness that still settle over you as you stumble to your feet. It's just friendship, yep. Bohemian Rhapsody, yep. That was the song's name. Eventually, you're able to discern that the noise is coming from behind and above you, around where the ceiling is. What the hell is there? A raccoon crawling in the vents? Does Altern even have raccoons? If it does, you're pretty sure you wouldn't want to meet one, but you can't exactly leave it in your living space either. You get up to investigate. Hi there, Stella. Hi, Undead General. Heck, you're alive. Yeah, what just happened? MC got woken up by creepy crawly noises and a loud thunk. Nothing much. We're just right at the start. Hi, Rice Ball. The noise isn't coming from the ceiling like you thought, but from a platform that's been shoved on unceremoniously to the very back of the watchtower. We're in a watchtower. And she was awoken by friendship. There's a large object in front of it that wasn't there before. A giant curved lens that could only have come from the hole that is now in the side of the platform structure. Maybe this was an old telescope or a camera that Condes once used for surveillance. That the Condes once used for surveillance? I mean, looking at the everything, maybe. The scrabbling continues. It's coming from within the structure. You're not eager for whatever it is in there, but to come jumping out at you as you stick your head inside, but you steel your nerves and hoist yourself up. You find yourself face to face with not some weird animal or bug, but a troll. This is a bona fide friend opportunity. It's practically fallen in your lap, but you find yourself unexpectedly ornery about it. You would think that you could expect some privacy in your own home, or well, the place you've adopted as home in Alternia anyway. But apparently not. Just walk home from a party to watch the stream. No, I actually didn't. I barely were at parties in my life. Even when you've decided that you aren't in a friending mood, there the universe goes, yeeting new friends into your path anyways. Can't you go a day in on this on this planet without dancing the whole friendship jig? It quickly becomes obvious that this mysterious stranger isn't going to offer you anything more than enigmatic gazing into the middle distance. What exactly are they doing in your hideout, you ask? If they were thinking about moving in, they could have at least asked you first. You're the current occupant, after all. I don't want to move in. I already have a hive. I came up here for that. Yeet, everyone's yeeting. Oh no! They point past you. You can only assume they're referring to the giant lens you'd seen on the floor. Well, if they've gotten what they'd come for. I think this music's making me tired, damn it. I mean, okay, it's 3 AM in the morning. And I have to wake up early tomorrow. Why are they still hanging out in the platform's innards like this? I'm stuck. And they didn't try calling for help? I didn't notice you. Wherever you came from. Yeah, we just spawned into existence when we clicked the game. I didn't think anyone else was here. Would they perhaps like some help? I'm clicking. I'm swear I'm clicking. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Oh, he's a cute. Invader Zim? Invader Fruity Patootie? Invader Zim? Oh god, that show is ages old. This new Minecraft server is trippy. Wait, what? They look stoned. As you hop down from the platform, you find your eye draining from you much like flesh juice from a pimple. Ew. It's difficult to stay angry upon witnessing what's possibly the most pathetic burglary attempt ever. And that's counting your little fiasco with your ship. Oops. I craved the worms. I don't worry, you'll see a subtle reference or two in my route. Aw, that would be cool. I was clicking outside of the window wondering why nothing would happen. After walking around to the other side of the platform, you can see the troll's booted legs sticking out from a gap in the structure. It looks much too narrow for anyone to crawl through, and yet that's exactly what they must have done in order to push the lens out from behind. You yell that you're going to try to pull them out. You hear a faint muttered, "Okay," and a reach up to grab them around the waist, pulling hard. Oh, that kind of stuck. He was pretty chill about being stuck. I crave for the worms. Stella. Aw. I mean, I don't think that's a good thing to crave for, but whatever. Nutrients, I guess. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It takes a couple of tries, but with one last particularly hard tug, you're finally able to pull them free. They tumble down on top of you. Thanks for getting me unstuck. That's me when I wake up. And breaking my fall. You didn't really do that part on purpose, but you're glad they appreciated it, you guess. They seem pretty content to continue lying on top of you, actually. But they're heavy, so you wriggle out from underneath them like an earwig from under a rock and clamber to your feet. You nod at the lens. That's what they want, huh? The troll sits up, crossing their legs. You can see them more clearly now that they aren't sequestered inside the platform, although their faces obscured a little by their shaggy hair and floppy white brimmed hat. They look about as sleepy as you felt earlier, as sleepy as you're in danger of feeling again, in fact. Their voices slow and regular, like a metronome dunked in molasses, and it almost threatens to send you right back to sleep. Aww. Sharon was stuck in your home. And she didn't want to make friends, so the friend went to MC. Yep. Yeah. So... Can I have it? Can I have it? You swear you can feel your friend making juices start circulating through your body again with a vengeance after their little sabbatical. You're not really sure what came over you before. Turn down the chance to make a new friend? You? Haha. Wow. Who kidnapped you and replaced you with a total stranger for a few hours there? You tell the troll, of course they can have the lens. It's not like you're doing anything with it, or like it's even yours to begin with. It was just abandoned here along with the rest of this broken down tech. Curiously, you ask what they want it for. Are they building something? Perhaps they're in engineering of some sort. We already have a sloth losers though. That would be a bit funny if we have like a second sloth losers. No. Climbing all the way up here just for some building material would be pretty dumb. I want to use it for... Click, 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 click. Art. Oh! An artist, eh? What if it... what if it loses a worm? Huh. You look at the lens again skeptically. It's a cool lens, you suppose, but it mostly looks like exactly what it is. A hunk of junk. This is rude, it's making me tired. What the heck? They want to make you art out of this? Or the clock. Maybe the time does. Their work must be pretty, interesting or weird. What do we say? Is it interesting or weird? What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Interesting or weird? When she says weird? Interesting? Mozzymore. Hi there, Mozzymore. Let's interesting, weird. Oh. 50-50. Pumpkin, you can scrub all you want. Thing will not bend. With one weird and a high. He reminds me a lot of the stuff from Zootopia. Wheezy Wimp. Yeah, kinda. Weird. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 weirds? Yeah, 4 weirds and 2 interestings. Let's go for the weird then. Haha. Yeah. The two of you alternate between looking at the lens and each other for a while. Usually over the course of making a new friend, they usually would have asked you to do something by now, or presented you with some sort of choice between 2 potential course of actions. We just had that. Is there anything they'd like to do now that they've retrieved their art materials? Okay. Yeah, their expression is pretty decent. Their big mood. Dot 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 or dot dot. Does it even matter? Let's do the 2 dots. Top. We have 2 answers from Stella and Alex. Let's do it. Dot 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 dot. That's not what I went for, but okay. Guess it's all on you. Then they probably want to take the lens back to their hive, right? I would, but it's so mood. Oh, my back. I'm tired and hungry. Always tired and hungry. Well, that's not me. I'm not hungry all of the time. Not anymore. Anyway. Foraging for garbage takes a lot of energy. I was trying to fake a yawn and a real one came out. And I used the last of it climbing up here. The eyebrows go over their hat. Anime mood. Giant mood, big mood. Everyone's mood. I don't think I'll be able to carry it by myself. They really didn't think this whole junk haze thing through very well, did they? But would you look at that? This is an excellent time to make a suggestion. Pumpkin, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? I know about being serious. What? Pumpkin! Pumpkin, Joey! Quit doing Jabbernock. Why not look for a more easily portable trash? You can help carry it. 4 arms are better than 2. Which one? This is the second choice, Cankry. But you're not that late, I suppose. We're only like half an hour in. What portable trash? Top. Look for more portable trash. 4 arms. Look for more trash. Come here, Joey. They're up to no good, those cats. Yeah, looks like more portable trash wins. Sure, this giant lens is pretty neat. Jesus Christ. But there's probably plenty of other cool stuff they could use that wouldn't be such a pain to move. Your new friend considers this, scratching their cheek. There is one place that I got a lot for material. That I go to a lot for material. Why was that so hard? You nod. Maybe the 2 of you could go there. Then you could help. You'll even graciously hold on to their lens for them so they can come get it some other time. Okay. Nah, Wanchi, don't retract your message. You don't need to. We're all free here. Your sister's making you angry. Aw. I would have come back for it. Even if you hadn't said something, though. Wow. What is that blue-green thingy in the back? Is this... Is the white stuff... Wow, that's a lot of stuff. They take you to a garbage dump. Or a river, to be completely accurate, which has plenty of garbage washed up on its shore. Oh wow, I love this so much. Climbing inbound. This conversation reminds me of working in a group with people I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's look for some junk. There's a... Nope. Look! There's a scale mate. There's one of, like, Terzi style scale mates. Were they called scale mates? Can you see it? Is my face in the way? No, it's not. Well, my face would have been really big if it's in the way. It's right in the... like underneath the tree. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, there's called scale mates. I thought all the trash was chemically incinerated. Maybe some of the trash just gets thrown away. I mean, there's a bunch of hair. Who shaved there? Ugh. Something about the strength of and direction of the river's currents here seem to pull in the waste that's been dumped into it, concentrating the debris on this muddy patch of land. And blue grass. You're not sure what you expect, really. You had fleeting thoughts of a gleaming art supply store, but they did intimate that they work primarily with garbage. Ooh, another. Here we are. Pumpkin, are you okay? Come up here, Cap. Meow. Hi there. Kitty says hi. You better not tell. You better not tell anyone about this place. Gotta go again, undead. Aw. Have a nice night then, I suppose. It's a real treasure trove. They nail you with another intense stare. No, you say. Of course not. That trash heaven is safe with you. Pumpkin is an angel. Well, that was Joey. Pumpkin is here. Here's Pumpkin. Oh, you. Oh, but he's becoming fat. Oh, jeez. Was standing on my shoulder. So next volume, if you are first, I'll be watching. Thank you. Thank you, Cankry. Satisfied. Satisfied, they pull up the bandana sitting around their neck to cover their nose and mouth. Looks like they're ready to get to work. You're not sure what you should be looking for, though. More discarded computer equipment, or are they in more of a toilet paper roll and yogurt cup kind of mood? Whatever catches your eye. If you see anything, just shout. Now that you mention it, you never got their name. I'm Sharon. If you have chitter, you could follow me. Oh, an online artist. Cool. They hold out their hand for your palm mask. You hand it to them and they fiddle with it for a second before returning it to you and traipsing off. A little clicking around reveals that they're now in your Chitter following list, but also that they've taken the liberty of downloading a new app. Okay, an app with a pink camera icon. And okay, you recognize this one as well, except on Alternia it's apparently called Pincer Spam. Pincer Spam. Searching their Chitter handle leads you to their account on here, too. At least you think it's their account. It's hard to tell from the profile picture, which is a bluey shot of one of their horns and the brim of their hat. Most of what you can see is sky. Maybe skimming their account will give you a better idea of their aesthetic. You scroll through photographs that are similarly enigmatic. An intense close-up of a sewer drain lid, the curve of a piece of ceramic, a purr beast sniffing the camera. Naww. Pinterest, yeah. Pinterest? I thought of Instagram. Pictures, Instagram, yeah. They've got quite the number of followers, despite the fact that nobody seems to know who they are, and that cats. Why? What? They moved their climbing box all the way to the table. What the hell? And now they're ruining it. Oh jeez. That they, and the fact that seems to know who they are, that they never reply to comments. You've kitties, come on. You've got a friend in common too. User Sirava Streams for Sweeps has liked a slew of their most recent posts. None of this is very helpful. You also realize that you're standing here stalking your new friends, your new friend on your phone like a creep, when you could just, you know, go talk to them some more. So you hurry off after them. By the time you catch up, they're squinting at something. What's that over there? You follow their gaze. It's a hideout of some kind. A small cave tucked into the rock. The two of you approach it curiously. Charon stoops to peer at something on the ground near its entrance, but you decide to venture further in. You think you might hear voices, and their sources become apparent once you've taken a few steps inside. Asdaya! Who goes there? Reveal yourself. Oh, it's you. Back for round 2. The what? The likelihood of this battle's outcome being anything more than me kicking your ass is exactly 0. Typically, this would be a massive waste of my time. But luckily for you, I have nothing better to do. Azar surges forward, presumably to attack you, but any air of intimidation his little speech might have had is quickly diffused by Keneal, grabbing him firmly by the back, not neck, of his coat and yanking him back. Daya, don't be rude! Azaya shrugs Keneal's hand away. The quiet sizzle of his psionics is like a hiss of a pissed off cat. This, my dear Keneal, is merely smack talk. As a prince among my caste, rudeness is simply not a part of my repertoire. Keneal just snorts. Well then, stop being a strife-hungry dick. My friend is a delicate, okay? My friend is delicate, okay? Oh, jeez. But why in this hideout, though? By a trash yard? You protest that you aren't all as delicate as the last time you'd run into each other. You've seen some shit. As dire sparkly-sized nonsense doesn't scare you now. The two of you are too focused on each other to pay attention to you. You telling me not to fight for once is pretty rich. Don't you think I feel the same as you? It's been long since I've had someone to punch. Whose bright idea was it in the first place? The hole up here in the trash dump for days. To hole up here. I've told you over and over again that we are here because our quarry is somewhere close. We just have to figure out exactly where. It's a perfectly rational plan. You would see that if you just think for a second. Yikes, you thought that maybe you could have a nice three-way friend reunion. And I'm glad he said friend reunion, but they're too busy scrabbling. Meanwhile, where had Sharon gotten off to? You slink away from the escalating snipping, looking around for them. You're not entirely surprised when you find them hunched over some object on the ground, poking at it. Poke? You know these two, you say, in a stage whisper, pointing in Cornelia and Desire's direction. You could introduce them once there's not quite so much yelling going on. Sharon pulls down their bandana to answer. No, thanks. I found something more interesting over here. They gestured at the object. This is a great find. I've never seen anything like it. Could make something amazing out of this. You take a proper look at the object. It appears to be a miniature satellite dish with a few pipe cleaners sticking out of it. Unlike all this other stuff out here, though, this object is moving. The dish is rotating while a few lights glimmer softly at its base. You're pretty sure this isn't trash. And weren't Cornelia and Desire just discussing it, tracking someone? Whatever this is, probably belongs to them. Yeah. That's why you've got to distract them. So I can nab it. Okay, this is no longer scavenging. This is straight up thievery. You glance at Cornelia and Desire again. They're so preoccupied with arguing with each other that they haven't even looked your way. But once they realize that the tracker is missing, they probably decide to go after Turin and get it back. If that happens, stall them, so he can get away in time. This doesn't sit right with you. You don't want to screw your two other friends over, and the energy between them is so weird right now. The verbal sparring looks about a hair's breadth away from turning into a physical sparring, but they also kind of look like they want to make out. Whatever's going on, you don't want to be caught in the middle of it. That, however, sounds exactly like what Sharon wants you to do. I'll make it up to you someday. Before you can make a decision, Sharon tucks the piece of tech under their arm. They take a running leap towards a fence that sections off this gross trash shore from the woods, vaulting over it in an impressive display of athletic prowess. Yep, ledge. Yep. You cringe. Charun is really leaving you in the lurch here. This is so not the kind of thing a good friend would do. But then maybe you were never really friends in the first place. Oh jeez, no! The art side of this one, oh no! And MC just being like, yeah, parents fighting. Oh jeez. Ooh boy. Some weird shit. Your route has some weird shit? Well then, let's get to the other two endings. You walk with purpose. Okay, this is weird. Let's say weird this time. Thank you for not spoiling too much. Haha. Yeah. No, wait, we had weird already. No. Interesting. No. I don't remember which one we had. We had weird, right? Yeah, we had. They squint. They squint at you like they've taken some sort of issue with your comment. There were still other choices? Yeah, but I wanted to take this one first. Weird, Stella? Thanks. Have you managed to offend them? You thought you were being polite enough, given the circumstances. Interesting is usually what people say when they have nothing better to say. Do you have a problem with making art out of trash? You shake your head rapidly, but the troll is already crossing their arms and shooting you a disapproving look. I don't think I want to talk to you anymore. Oh no! Does that mean they're going to leave? And after you'd up and decide to try and add them to your ever-growing friend harem too? Friend harem? No. I'm tired. Oh, okay then. They're just gonna kind of glower at you from the floor for a while until they get their strength back enough to leave. You assume. This definitely isn't awkward at all. Friendship Fox Pass. Oh no. Hi Makara. Yep, you're just in time for the good ending. Okay, doop. You walk with a purpose. Weird. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Guess it's all on you then. Okay, that's the same. You can help carry it. 4 arms are better than 2. You do that? Make sure you're careful with it. Of course, of course. You'll treat it with all the delicacy of an egg in an egg and spoon race. I don't know what that is. Ooh, the 2 moons. Carrying it to the watchtower's entrance is easy enough. Maneuvering it down the cliff face is more complicated. You manage by holding it between you as you navigate from foothold to foothold. When you reach the bottom, the troll looks like they're ready to sit down again, right there in the brush, but you urge them on. Resting in their hive will probably be much more comfortable. That's the wrong way. Sheepishly you whir back around from the random direction you were about to stride towards and follow them instead. With them leading the way, you bring up the rear. The 2 of you shamble along with path with all the easy grace of 2 people in horse costume. Oh jeez. But you make it to your new companion's hive much quicker than you would expect it. They come to a stop in front of the entrance to a cave in another cliffside. If this is their place, it isn't very far from yours at all. You're surprised that you haven't run into them until now. You're practically a neighbor. I've seen you around before. You're pretty hard to miss. Really? They should have said hi and introduced themselves. The 2 of you could have been hanging out all this time. Didn't feel like it. Besides, I was busy with more of the scavenging and art business, you guess. Oh well, you're getting to know each other now, which is what's important. Speaking of, you've been talking and walking along, and you haven't even exchanged names yet. How remiss of you. Usually you would have gotten introduced out of the way from the moment they broke into your hideout. But it's been an odd sort of night. That's okay. I'm Sharon. Now come on, let's go inside. They pull you and the lens forward. They didn't ask your name in return, but you managed to blumblingly introduce yourself as you lurch along into their hive. Oh my god, oh my god. Wait! There's someone lurking in the back. There's a troll. This is a non-binary olive. It's Vriska season? Oh, that's... Wait, what? I don't mind the cursed puppet down there. Oh no! Oh, okay, but oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture. At home on Earth, you had the thing about garages. You thought it was interesting to scope the sort of stuff people ended up accumulating. But look, there's a troll statue, there's a toilet on a ship, and down there is little Carl. Oh dear, Carl. He had to show up, he was bound to. At home on our garages, you thought it was interesting to scope the sort of stuff people ended up accumulating. You've seen some real gems in your day. A collection of singing and dancing novelty plant figurines, a small army of Furbies. Oh jeez, flashbacks. Without any fur. That might be even more creepy. The beat-up remains of some kind of cat mascot costume. The inside of Sharon's hive is as if every single weird garage you've ever seen converged to exist simultaneously in the same cave. The platonic ideal of garages. It's hard to believe that someone lives here. If you look closer though, you begin to notice homey comforts tucked among the metal junkyard scraps and broken furniture piled over the floor. And all the way up along the craggy cave walls. Centipede is maybe as loose as? I don't know, man. At least they didn't look in the eyes, yeah. Maybe. A raccoon sits on a ledge on a wall, and you think that's a kitchen cabinet wedged into another? I can't find the kitchen cabinet. But yeah, there's another troll there. Can you see him? Like right next to the centipede. So, what do you think? It's pretty cozy, you say, giving them a doubled thumbs up. The stalactites are a nice touch. I meant about my art. Dragon Mom's skull. Oh, the art, of course. You cast around desperately. Sharon's hive is such a jumble of miscellany that it's impossible for you to figure out which of it is art materials and which are finished artworks. In which are Sharon's actual belongings. They're two big legs as well. Jeez. That's a pretty gnarly skull over there with leaves in the eye sockets. The angle at which that umbrella sticks out of the lawn chair is really compelling. You settle on the purple object in the corner that looks more like a traditional sculpture than a bunch of household items stuck together. Those curves, that marmontine hue, truly an inspiring piece. Sharon looks at you strangely. That's just a load gaper. Don't you know about art? You don't know much about art. You don't know much about art, do you? Busted. No, you really don't. Ramil had taught you the importance of giving the people what they want, and Emilia had taught you the importance of putting a tarp down before lopping off the head so blood paint doesn't get all over the floor. But you hadn't learned very much about actual creating art from them. As you gaze around the cave again, you find that you really want to understand clearly. This is something that's important to Sharon. Otherwise, why would they spend the majority of... Ooh, the entire chat just flashed of their time on it. I think that might be a skull of Latulas Lucis. Well, maybe not that one. Maybe it's just one random Dragon Lucis. If only there... Oh. You too wish to experience the marvels of creative process. If only there were a way for you to learn. If you want to that badly, you could make something out of what I've collected. Really? But they must have worked so hard to find all this. Is it really fine for you to just dig around with it? You're surprised to see that Sharon looks pleased at what you're saying. It's maybe the most expressive you've seen them since you met. All art is digging around. Well, kinda, I guess. Looks like you're already starting to get it. You smile proudly. Once I finish it though, it's over for you. I hope not. And anyway, if you make something sucky, they shrug their shoulders. I can just take it apart again and reuse its separate components to make something else. Your smile flags a little. Where do you want to start? You rub your chin thoughtfully, wandering over to the lawn chair with the umbrella in it. A pile of... Joey! One second, guys. Joey's stuck somewhere. Joey, get off there. Runter. Not you, pumpkin. Here we go again. You rub your chin thoughtfully, wandering over the umbrella. A pile of fabric is stacked on top. You rifle through it until you find some colors you like. Then you walk across to the other side of Charon's hive, searching for other items you might be able to use. Charon doesn't offer much in terms of guidance, aside from cautioning you away from a couple of objects that are actually finished artworks. Whoops. You end up with an armful of knickknacks that you put down in front of what is now a lamppost, but will soon be your canvas of choice. Then you get to work. The fabric you twirl all around the post. You tie the smaller object, a snow globe, an old boot and a fancy Santa on top. Onto it with a string. On top you perch a rubber Walmart goose that makes a majestically horrible noise when pressed. Honk. As your artist piece comes together under your hands, you take a few steps back every now and then to appraise it from further away, making adjustments whenever you find something you're not happy with. Finally it's complete. You turn to ask Sharon's opinion, newly flushed with pride and adrenaline from having successfully made a thing. My little Christmas tree? You think so? Kinda, now that you think of it. They don't look very impressed. Your face falls. What's wrong? Did you use too much orange? Were the scattered Lucis teeth a little too out there? Listen, you're overthinking this. Just do what feels right. You frown. Don't think at all then. Let your instincts drive you. Thinking a little is probably good too. Okay, don't overthink it, but don't abandon rational thought altogether. Let your feelings guide you, but not completely. Pretty vague, but sure. You'll give it another shot. You strip the lamppost back down. This time, you don't spend too long regarding it in all its nude metal glory. You begin working immediately, whipping around Sharon's hive in a flurry of cave dust and determination, grabbing things as soon as you lay eyes on them. Sharon looks more and more fascinated the longer you're at it. It's not long until their eyes are positively gleaming. Soon they're taking steps after attentive step towards you, as if drawn to you by the sheer force of your artistic energies. They look like they might want to join in, actually. Is that okay? Yeah, that face. I see what you're going for, I think. Your vibe has got me all inspired. Of course. The more the merrier. You'd love to see what the two of you could create together. With barely their smile, Sharon plants a traffic cone at the base of the lamp post with great aplomb. And you're off. It's all a blur after that. The two of you move in unison, like you're co-piloting a Jaeger, except instead of a giant robot, you're steering a feverish and creatively propelled fugue state. Wow, I think we're almost done. You stand back from your newly forged pile of bric-a-brac, mopping the sweat from your brow. You're almost finished, almost. You need to add the finishing touch, the piece of resistance, and you know just the thing. With a great conviction, you pick up a box from the floor, tearing it open so that its contents fall all over the sculpture. Oh no. My polysacchariferous slats. You freeze. Were those cooking ingredients? You seem to have gotten carried away. You start apologizing, but Sharon is already waving your words away. It's fine. It looks better like this. Too good to waste as food. Anyway, I can't find other things to eat. You both regard your creation heaving for breath. You're done. As exhausted as you are, a wonderful calm settles over you as you admire the results of your hard work. It's beautiful. A collab, yep, Ledge. It really is. You don't know how much because you don't think you'd actually done anything different compared to your first try. Maybe you just got lucky. But regardless of exactly how it came out, this is one of the most bizarrely sublime things you think you've ever laid eyes on in your life. And the longer you stare at it, the more layers of and death reveal themselves to you, like the petals of a newly bloomed flower opening to the sunlight of spring. Abruptly, irresistibly, you feel yourself gripped in the throes of profound new knowledge. Sharon's artworks are pointless and weird, but perhaps that's what gives them their charm. In such an uncertain and violent world, where trollcolds troll, and where you might be trapped in an endless Sisyphean journey across the planet in search of new friends, for a brief moment, you can have this. You can stand here, watch and appreciative what the fuck at this masterpiece you've crafted out of a bunch of other people's trash, marveling at how you've birthed something greater than yourself. Sometimes trash can be beautiful. You think you understood now. You understand now. This is what Sharon must have been endeavoring to teach you. You beam at them, glowing with the joy of your discovery. Yeah, sure. If you say so. Joyride! And we ended it with a good one. With a good ending. Okay. Great. But I need a small break. I need a small break before we go on with Wanshiadyata. I'll be right back, guys. I'm having a little itty bitty small break. Not the least in order to show you Joey again. And Joey doesn't wanna. It's fine. It's fine. Be right back. I think one of my cats jumped onto the thing. Main menu. Yes. Just return to the main menu. Miss Garris, I was away for a short time. I needed a break. A little break. Wait, you're like 10.5. Oh, you were talking about... okay. You walk with purpose. And go to Wanshi Adyata. Hey, now that you've gone and thought about the concept of purpose, you might as well make one up for yourself. You turn your walk... You turn your walk towards the book hive. A handful of your friends hangs out in there, and there are a few rooms that are generally pretty danger free. So why not? What's with the chill music today? It's a little difficult to make yourself walk past the spookier rooms, but you manage to avoid the siren song of the brain room once more. Your destination tonight is the room you usually watch your teal friends do homework in. It's understandable after your office experience with Tarona why this is their neutral meeting ground. Unfortunately, a casual stroll through the sex uncovers no friends at all. Damn. You consider trying out a higher stake locale when, wait, you see a shoe peeking out from one of the bigger hexagonal book hole things. Shelves? It really doesn't maximize space to have shelves shaped like that. Whatever. If you get caught up in trying to make paltry shit like troll bookshelf makes sense, you'll drive yourself to madness before you can figure out if this shoe belongs to someone you know. You walk toward it, and the shoe is revealed to be on the strutpot of a troll whose head is barely peeking out over a book, and nope, a jade, but not one of your friends. Whoever it is curls up smaller in the hexagon, burying her face deeper into a scribbled journal of a callable wiggler. Ooh. It's not the most inviting posture, to be sure. But the polite thing to do would be keep moving, probably, but you feel a little off about that. You gently nudge your foot into hers. It still peeks out of the shelf and and ask if she's okay. It'll clear your conscience if nothing else. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The book lowers. I'm great. Just going on a journey of the imagination through some classic literature. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Oh man. Diary of a Wimpy Troll. She fits in the hexagons? Yep, she's tiny. Small. Yep. Nothing to see here. Ah, man, it's another kid. Are you fine, cat? I just cleaned it. Just for you. What are you doing, Joey? She's scrubbing the edge of the litter box instead of the litter itself. Silly kitty. You know young trolls have to handle themselves as much as older ones. But as well acquainted as you are with the facade of pretending you're exactly where you're supposed to be, you get the feeling she's not exactly telling the truth. So you're equipped to help. Plus, it's not like you haven't befriended a few tween sweep equivalents here on Alternia already. You successfully didn't get murdered by Amnesia, and you did a passable job befriending Terona and Caraco. Caraco! Caraco, oh god. Oh, ew. Oh. Kitty poops. All suplex your enemy's kids, yep. Gullible wiggler as so much as a kid. Here comes some weird shit. Though sometimes you wake up shaking the remnants of dreams where you failed them on loop in your brain, where you shake that horror from your mind and try to look as non-threatening as possible. Not that it's particularly hard for you, as you speak. Ask her if Bronya is around. Ask her if she's seen the brain room. Which one is probably the instant fail? What do you guys think? Which one is the instant fail one? Come on, guys. What is your pick? Second, Bronya, and second, I have 50-50. Bronya. This music reminds me a lot of Kingdom Hearts for some reason. I have 2 Bronyas in 1 second. And one she says herself that she snuck out, so brain room. I have 2 brain rooms and 2 Bronyas. What am I supposed to do? I'm not sure. I can't decide. I'm a streamer. I can't decide for myself. I need you guys. The chair's all weird. It's like I have a knot under my butt. Flip a coin. You say flip a coin because it's 50-50. Well, with one she's together, I don't need to flip a coin. So ask her if Bronya's around. What does the coin say? Yes. The coin says, ask her if Bronya's around. Did she come here with any menu? Did she come here with someone? Bronya maybe? You know, Jade's her age aren't really supposed to be out and about outside the caverns. Oh, I see. You're a snitch. Want she out? Oh, that's adorable. With that, she tucks her legs up against her and rolls out of the shelf with a agility only youth can manage. An agility roll! It's an agility roll! And takes off between the stacks. You chase after her, but wherever her next hiding spot is, must be even better. Eventually, you give up. Youth roll, not agility roll. Youth roll. Choo! Look at this. Youth roll. Yeah, I got it. I'm stupid. Sonic speed. Okay. Let's get back. It is adorable. It's heckin' adorable. Yeah. Too slow. Can't catch me. Man. She's round and squishy and adorable. Wow, kitties. Joey. Butt wiggling kitties. Butt wiggling kitties. Ask her if she's seen the brain room. You still get the feeling the site need some help. She might need some help. So you ease into it. Maybe she'll open up a bit as you talk. You tell her this book has a huge gallery full of brains in jars if she wants to go check it out. What's a brain? I want to see. She unfolds herself from her hiding spot and brushing invisible dust off her skirt as she stands up. She rocks back on her heels and cocks her head, her locks bouncing against her shoulders. I'm Wanchi. Also, I know who you are. If you were wondering. I wouldn't go wandering off with just anyone, quest for brains or not. I may be only 5.5 sweeps, but I'm not stupid. 5.5 sweeps is about 12. Yeah. Think pan or think sponge, I think it was. You can swear around me, don't patronize me. I'm not swearing, it's about literally the kitties. It was about literally the kitties. Hi there, official time agent. I totally forgot to say hi. $11-something, yeah. She seems less afraid, but she's still got a nervous edge to her voice. So you try to be a force of calm. A real motherfucking blade plugin of Zen. Thinking up the place with your chill vibes. You walk together toward the atrium, making small talk and on the way. You apologize if you made it seem like she didn't look like she belonged here. You're just not used to seeing young jades outside the caverns. Uh-oh. She side-eyes you like she's weighing the implications of what you just said. Okay, I see there's no use in trying to fool you. I may have done a small jailbreak. The police just drove by. Oh? Do they not have enough books in the caverns or something? She brushes you off in favor of her own question. Of course we have books. You didn't answer me before. What's a brain? Oh, jeez. Sure. Oh, right. You round the curve of the room and point in the window of think pans. On her tiptoes, she peeks into the bottom of the window. I've never seen one up close before. She tries the door and I keep thinking I hear like small thuds. She tries the door handle, but it's still as locked as it always was. She looks at you expectantly. Well, can we go in or what? A slurly-eyed guard starts not so subtly watching you, drumming her fingers on the handle of her mace. Oh, globes. You are trying so hard to be cool and approachable that you fucked up and forgot that this room was off limits. Taking a kid to break and enter is, well, it's pretty much power of the curse actually, but it's not what you meant to be doing. Look at her little tiny hands though. Nah, you saw it. Looking only and now you're done. Great. Time to move along. Lame. Once she doesn't pick up on the danger behind her, even with your hurried speech, you change the subject to why she broke out of the caverns, if not for more books, and start walking hoping she'll follow you. She doesn't. Oh, I was trying to get to BeastCon. BeastCon? It's a convention for all kinds of cool stuff, but I wanna go for the Soldier Per Beast meetup. Oh, okay. My fanfiction is pretty popular. I have a lot of fans going on. I thought maybe I could make friends with some of them. But I don't know where anything is out here, so I got lost. Oh, poor baby. She takes a breath and a step, finally, but then stops and clasps her hands together. Oh! The guard starts walking. You eyeball the exits all the way down the curved staircase. You could make it, but you can't just leave her here to take the fall. Once she keeps talking, oblivious. Linera is always complaining about how you're everyone's best friend and how you know so much. Do you know where the con is? We could go together. The guard gets closer. You gotta make a decision, and fast. Take her, pretend to take her. Oof, I don't wanna make her... That's a fine club there. That's the people lurking in the background? Yep. If you know what I mean, read my fanfiction. Is that black rum? I won't let Linear keep me from meeting my fans. Small jailbreak. Small. Okay. I think pretending to take her would be the fake ending, and take her... Maybe? Pretending doesn't turn out well, says Lech. Okay, then we will pretend first. And then take her. You've heard of the con she's talking about. You were thinking of going with Tigiri and Polipa anyway, but the list of activities seemed a little too dangerous, honestly. These past few months, you've been up to your ass in close calls and you'd quite frankly like to cut back on them, including, you know, the one your ass is currently embroiled in. You make some non-committal noises as you work out how to tell her. Once she crosses her arms and leans back against the room door, which the guard really does not like, if her increased speed and mace brandishment is any indication. Okay, yeah, you say. Let's go right now. Your hype is contagious, even though you're completely faking it. She claps and bounds behind you and you down the stairs. A quick tug at her wrist pulls her out of the mace's trajectory as the guard chucks it at you from above. It thuds mightily against the wall by the door, and you both make it outside unbloodied. Checking behind you to confirm they are not being followed, you don't stop running until you're both safely around the corner. When she giggles through, catching her breath. Wow, that was a close one. Librarians, am I right? She grins and takes your hands. Can you believe we only just met and already we're having bonding hijinks? What? Yeah, I'm really gullible. I don't think making a friend would be so simple. I can't wait to hang out even more than at the con. Ah, her smile is a knife in your posher. She's so excited about your budding friendship, and here you are gutlessly hiding the fact that you have no intention of taking her from one dangerous situation to another. Maybe you would have agreed if you were in a braver mood, but you just don't know if you're up for more life or death babysitting adventures right now. What you should do probably is get her home. You don't tell her any of this, of course. Instead you agree and then check Google Maps. The con is down the road to the left, the caverns are to the right. Leading her straight back home would be too obvious, so you take a meandering route. Everything you pass seems to impress her. The frankly bonkers range of architecture styles, the shivery carnivorous plants, the burned out wreckage of someone's hive, and the flickering starlight all around. She is observing a worm crossing the sidewalk. Aww, out here exposed, all squishy and brave. Squishy and brave. When you point out a cool rock, eager to keep her wonderment going. Really? She puts her hand on her cocktail. You think we don't have rocks in the caverns? Try harder. She rolls her eyes at you, but she's still grinning. You accept the challenge and tell her there's something there's definitely never seen up ahead. Bring it! And you lead the way. It's been a hot minute since you've been back over here. You're interested to see it again. Still, this is side jaunt feel. It's like delaying the inevitable. You know she's going to be pissed at you when she realizes you've tricked her, but you can't help wanting to show off more cool stuff while you can. Anything to see that wide-eyed appreciation for any tiny new thing. We're back at the wreckage! And it's not totally ransacked and gone. What's left of your spaceship comes into view as you round the bend. There really isn't that much left to show off, but once she is still into it, she runs over and starts inspecting the rubble. You wonder what happened to the freshly missing parts. Maybe Vikara has come back to scavenge some more. Shit, Vikara. You haven't talked to that guy in forever. You vow to text him later tonight, but you still feel guilty. It's hard to juggle all these beautiful friends, even with how viciously you crave them. You want to be good for everyone, but there are so many things that can mean, and you've never stopped feeling like you're treading water. You've contained the spider? Great. When she emerges from the hall, clambering up on top of a black metal box and waving around some inscrubbed table rusty bullshit. There are so many fiddly little parts. This was how you got here? She observes you for a second or two, then nods her approval. That's pretty cool. Any old idiot can wreck a spaceship. It takes someone with brains to break out of the brooding caverns. Well, when you put it that way, you're completely right. She winks and pockets some of the pieces. Are you ready to keep moving? I don't want to miss the meetup. It's happening right after her Horsaroni jousting. Which should be ending pretty soon. You're not sure what to tell her. For some reason, Vikara won't leave your mind. Your sorry ass hasn't managed to keep up with all the friends you did earn. Maybe it's for the best that you're deciding to take her home. Her safety is more important than her liking you. You sigh and start to fess up. Even if she left here now, you're far enough away from the con grounds that she'd miss it. That's bad. You were afraid to go, afraid she'd run off if you didn't stick with her, afraid of not knowing what to do next. You what? Oh no! Is he the biggest spider you ever handled, Makara? Oh jeez. No, don't cry. You made me miss my one chance to do something fun for a change. Just because you're too much of a scaredy perbeast to go to a fun nerd party. It wasn't just that. I also wanted to keep her safe, to take her home. She stomps her foot in frustration, tears forming in the corners of her eyes. Why do you think you can just make decisions for other people? Why don't you go home if that's so great? Your mouth shuts, words gone. She follows your gaze back to the wreck of your only shot out and winces. I didn't mean, I know you can't, I just wanted. She sits down in the grass, defeated. You sit too, a ginger distance away. No, her anger is fair. God, this sucks. You hadn't meant to deprive someone of a small joy here on this bitch of Alternia. Yeah, it's the worst. She sighs and runs her claws along the stumps of the spiny purple grass. After a few minutes of silence, she speaks. Too late to do anything about it now. I'm still super angry with you, but I'm glad you were honest, I guess, even if it took you too long. I'm not used to people being straight with me. I feel like the older everyone gets, the more they lie, or at least the more annoying it is than that they don't expect you to notice when they're lying. Is this a good ending? Not that I can super tell how old you are. Your alien physiology is a little inscrutable, but you know more or less. Your palms buzzes, interrupting your train of thought. You both look at your two new texts. Tigiri, are you sure you still don't want to join? Things are beginning to get interesting over here, and you may have the privilege of seeing me at peak performance if you come by. Polipa, stay put. There's a collar bear on the loose. I don't want you on the already very long casualty list. You do a quick goggle and holy shit, social media is already on fire with the news of con attraction getting free and mangling attendees left and right. The familiar ghostly feeling of a near miss shivers down your back. Whoa! Her eyebrows pull together as she works through the images she's seeing on the screen and what it could have meant for her. She's still a little teary from before. I guess. Thanks. Hi there, Diana Banana. Hi there. Not the baby, not the child. Not that you did it on purpose, but I guess maybe it worked out okay. I do love not being trampled. But it still sucks I didn't get to make friends. You don't want to be too presumptuous, especially after all that. But maybe this day might still be salvageable, new acquaintance-wise. When she blinks back her disappointment and puts on an attempt at a smile. Maybe. Might as well see. What was she gonna do with her new friends? Maybe on your... I think the camera's misadjusted. What was she gonna do with them? Maybe back on your way to the caverns, you guys could talk about sort of purbies or scary horse jousting or whatever else she wants to do there. She stands up and crosses her arms, looking you over, her smile turning real. You think you've got what it takes to roleplay? Oh, I got it. It's so cute. You stand up too. No wonder it feels like I got a knot on my butt. There is a knot. Why is there a knot, kitty? Pumpkin sitting right next to me, watching. You stand up too. You're super cool with roleplay. You've basically been doing that since you landed. So what's the deal again? You ask as you start walking her home. Magic cats? Magic? What are you, some kind of wiggler? No, there's no magic in Soldier Per Beast. That's so adorable. She rolls her eyes at you and then hunches her shoulders, claws spread, eyes darting from bush to bush along the sidewalk ahead of you. Unless you mean power of your own wits, the sorcery of all your senses digging at once as you get ready to pounce, the hypnotic spell-like rhythm of your own pusher beating in time with your praise. Not dying is cool and all, but dying as a nerd is better. Nah. No, it's not. I want you alive, nerds. Does she get eaten at the bad end, Ledge? Eaten alive? We don't know. Please make it sleep before preserving it. Yeah. She straightens up and grins. That kind of stuff. Anyway, it's really fun. Let's play. She's bounced back so fully. You get the feeling that not many people indulge her in this. It reminds you of your younger self, and your heart crunches up a bit. Fuck yeah, let's play. You mean heck yeah. Heck yeah. Don't patronize me. Fuck yeah. When she giggles. Fuck yeah! Look at those eyes! That's so cute. It's sure adorable. Damn, I'm really fluffy down here. Okay, so little lost you can be from the space case. Let's call you Twinklepaw. I'll be Watch Wisp from the Solar Glare clan. She clearly seems to think you should be impressed or intimidated by this, but you don't really know what's going on, so you nod. Twinklepaw, got it. So you'll stumble upon me while I'm taking down a nut creature, scaring it away with your incompetence. Sound good? She peppers peppers her walk with skips, talking up a veritable storm of world building. Her voice gets low and rumbly when she quits getting the scene and gets into the character. Little one, what do you think you're doing, sitting straight paw in your territory, in our territory? You've made me lose my creature feast. What do you have to say for yourself? Not creatures, yeah. It's really precious. This is the second ending we're just going for, so the third ending is still holding out. Ah, fuck! It's your turn. You didn't see where you were going. You're sorry, though. You know how hard it is to come by a good meal. Fool! You think me so poor a tracker that I'm hurt by such a loss? I can find another. I find offense only in that you clearly do not respect the bond between hunter and hunted. You blunder in and interrupt the scared rhythm of my fangs, its neck or its claws my face. Now neither of us know who would have prevailed. Ah, jeez, you're still like really sorry about your strut paws. You're constantly sticking those into other people's sacred dances. Maybe there are some more nut guys over there. When she stops walking and gives you a withering look. Is that really the best you can do? No, you'll try again. How dare this Purbeast accuse you of such a thing? Your intentions are as noble as the wild pusher that thumbs in your bone cabinet. When she bounces, hands and fists grinning. A little over the top and not really a star-cased approach, but you're getting there. You practice finding your soldier's characterization sweet spot as you walk her home. You take the most direct route, but you let her stop to explain Purbeast's grooming habits, to breathe in the rotting perfume of a flower, and to appreciate yet another sidewalk braving worm. Eventually, you reach the cave entrance, you know. Oh, jeez. And standing on its eve is Linera, a very pissed-looking Linera, which isn't your favorite mode for that particular friend. Where have you been? I said I'd be right back. Not hey, go run off and leave me to make excuses for you. Well, I'm back now. so you can get over it. I know you want to tattle. You don't want Bronya to know you lost track of me. Watch yourself. She's like that mad teacher somewhat. Luna glares fireballs at her and then turns to you, softening the tiniest of bits. Thank you for bringing the short one back. Do you want to come in? You appreciate her politeness, but nah, you shouldn't go and let the Jays settle down and everything. Plus, you have another friend you need to check up on. Before you can say anything to Wanshi about how you hope she ended up having an okay time, she scurries off and around the corner, calling back over her shoulder. Wait, I have something I want to give you before you go. Aww. So you wait. Lenora keeps looking at you, arms still crossed. You better be glad she's okay. If she got hurt, I could never... I mean, I would be in so much trouble. You don't have to call her on secretly caring, because once she comes running back with something in her hands, her hair bounding behind her. Here! Read this, then maybe you can come back visit. You'll be, a little more informed about the Soldier Beast universe. I only have one person to play with here, and usually pretends he's too cool. He's too cool? For a moment I thought, for a short moment I thought of Wriggle. Like he doesn't absolutely love Kirby's case drama. She bows a little as she offers you the book to you. It is tattered with love. It's my personal copy, but I think I can trust you with it, Twinklepaw. What do you say? You clutch it in your chest and tell her you will guard it with all the honor and Spitfire star cases has to its allowed name. Best book buddies. We got the good ending. And now to the probably gets eaten alive ending. To Emo to roleplay with me. Link is to Emo to roleplay with you. I read that in Wriggle's quirk, which would be chill. I forgot I'm taller than MC. You're not taller than MC though. Like in that picture, yes, but in real life, I don't think so. That what looks like the warrior cats. Yep, it's Guardian Per Beast, so I guess it's supposed to be warrior cats. I never read that book. The default is to give me extra dinner, yeah. Brain room. And take her for real. Anything to get you both out of here. Grabbing her hand, you say you know the way and make a run for the door. She swoops and scurries down the stairs behind you. A quick glance back at her. The guard taking her hand off her mace reassures you that you moved fast enough. Once you're around the corner from the book hive, you stop and catch your breath. Why stop now? Lead the way, alien friend. You have her enthusiasm off. She's out of breath herself. She can hold her hoof beasts for a minute while you locate the fucking bearings and think. You looked at this con up earlier when Tagiri and Polip invited you. They had said that it was fun, that the death toll was high enough to be interesting, low enough to be manageable, and that you'd be safe with them. Still, you chickened out. But I have to go to for tonight. Aww. Bye bye. Bye Wanchi. Bye Wanchi. You guess you change your mind and go in cold UK. You're definitely anxious about bringing Wanchi along, but it seems like she's hell-bent on attending anyway, so maybe the best thing you can do is a responsible chaperone. Plus, none of your friends make you feel better protected than Pelipa. None of your friends make you feel better protected than Pelipa. Yes, I read that right. Google Maps says it's not far. Well, you've dealt with plenty of dangerous clusterfucks before, so what's one more? You're so regular guides, Corey of bullshit scenarios. Pile those some bitches on. You bow as you gesture down the sidewalk that will lead you toward the outskirts of town. One she curtsies and follows your direction. It seems like she doesn't need you to come up with things to talk about. She's like a chatty sunflower, pulled toward the bright newness of everything she sees, and chock full of commentary about all of it. Wow, I've read all about moonlight, duh, but seeing it make everything glow is totally different. Look at the dew and this prickle frond. If you get up close and look, you can see the reflection of your own eye and in the moon's. You do as she does, and damn if that ain't a bunch of orbs reflected back at you, floating on the curvy of the purpley green meniscus. Her curiosity isn't overwhelming or draining in the slightest. You tell her it's kind of nice actually to meet someone else who's experiencing this place for the first time. Yeah! The caverns are fine, but there's so much to see out here. Everyone else sneaks out. I don't know why it took me so long to try. No, actually I do. Getting in trouble sucks and I hate it. But it worked out. Here we are, experiencing it all together. Yeah, you can feel your anxiety lifting. Just a little. Just the part that's applicable to this particular situation. Still, that's a win. Walking and taking on the night makes time pass quickly. You ask her how she ended up in the book hive to begin with. I snuck out when Lenira was supposed to be giving me some boring jade duty lesson. But with yelling, I don't have a palm house, so I could look up the con once I was away from my house top. I just wandered till I gave up and found the book hive. That's a powerful nerd homing beacon she must have. When she flexes. Aw, yeah. Look at that. Look at the cutie flex. Little cutie. You know it. Look at how short she is, though. You smell what's around the corner before you see it. Having sidestepped your fair share of corpses in travels and had your hand in creating a few more. Oh. MC remembers. You know how to prepare yourself, Wanchi, on the other hand. You know the brooding caverns aren't some diapery summer camp of innocence, but you're also not sure how much viscera, I hope, she may or may not have seen. No matter your respective levels of gore viewing experience, you both stop short when it comes into view. Whoa. She takes a tentative step toward what's left of the troll and then retreats, hovering close to you. It feels like you should keep moving, like you should avert your eyes and carry on, or whatever the fuck, before the drones come by and clean up, but she's still staring. Her steps, when she finally takes them, are soft. She crouches down and leans in with reverent scrutiny. It looks different, not in a jar. Oh, can you see the brain? Ew. You wonder to yourself as one she shakily takes it all in. If bloodthirstiness is a trait only certain trolls are born with, or if they have it ground into them by necessity, by expectation, or by entitlement, by fear. Next, because your brain is wired around itself, you wonder the same about humans. When she doesn't look away for a while, you go over and put your hand on her shoulder, and she stands up and walks away with you. There is no ceremony to it, no placing of leaves over the remains, no prayer. I don't get it. Or just any random troll. She doesn't finish her sentence. She takes your hand and pulls you back in the direction you were walking. She looks confused, like she's still trying to work out what she just saw. You guess you could have given her more time. Wait, was the green moon always? No. It's just further. The purple one's just further away. Never mind. But you're not sure comprehend. You guessed you could have given her more time to process it, but you're not sure comprehending death is really a thing that you can just, like, figure out in the wilderness with an alien in one night. What's all that stuff in my pocket? After a few minutes of silence, you point out the call of some flat beast, and the mimics it and smiles. And she mimics it and smiles. Soon after, the pointy-topped tents of the con rise over the horizon. Once she starts running, dragging you behind her. Oh shit! Here we come! She's vibrating of her skin, out of her skin. You're basically doing the same, though it's less excitement thing and more emotional whiplash thing, whatever. You can work with that. Whoa! We see a lot of trolls. Oh damn, they're... Wow. Oh jeez, look at that grey dude on the right. Damn, we see a lot of rando trolls this route. She has so many sprites. Yep, that's right. Damn, look at all this. You attempt to dig into the new vibe and what? I don't know if it shows up on stream, but something popped up. There we go. Better. Sorry for that. Dig into the new vibe as you walk up to the gates. There are vendors and artists and trolls all around. It's like some unholy combination of AnimeCon and Renaissance Fair. Joey, runter. Runter. Joey's in a playful mood. It's like people walking, but with more people walking around sporting recently inflicted limbs. Oh yeah. There's one missing a leg. In an attempt not to focus on that, you look around for your other friends and ask her what she's excited to see and do here before her meetup starts. Does she want snacks? It looks like here are snacks. Yeah, I could want some frazzled saccharine fluff candy in a bit. Yeah, that is a lot of strolls. It has a full... Well, maybe it's just his hair groomed like that. Though. Or maybe it's an Easter egg. Maybe it's just an Easter egg. Like, that's how one of the producers look. Might be as well. Seeing a bunch of trolls chilling is kind of chilling. Yep. But yeah, there's a lot to do. There's a color beer riding. Oh, that sounds dangerous after the win route. The cosplay competition. Is that a typo? You cut her off. Doesn't she mean cosplay? There are trolls you think might be in cosplay, or maybe that's just like how some trolls dress. Yeah, there's that too. If you don't want to get your claws too bloody, cosplay. Oh, cosplay thing stuff. Ah, jeez. There's the old nurse coming back. You really hope that bringing her here was okay. There are other young trolls roaming around, so you're probably good? Probably not. You try not to think of the body you saw as an omen. There are bodies all over the place here in Alternia. You pull out your palm mask and consider your friends. You couldn't message Polipa and Ortegiri to see where they're at, but their thumb gravitates towards Bronya's gripe profile. Right when you decide you're being dumb and pocket your phone, a lot happens at once. Once she starts to pull you toward a dude in a utility kilt, handing out flyers. A bowel rending sound rends, well, your bowels. And when a massive armored bear with a huge beefy biceps hurtles through the grounds, hollering and grinding at tents and con-goers alike into bent, splintered pulp. Well, maybe not all of them, but most of them. Or some of them, at least. Oh, jeez, look at that scary bear! Once she stares frozen as the beast rampages towards you. Look at that scary bear, though, and what is that Oh, it's probably a collar. Never mind. It's an armor. Bear. Oh no. She whimpers and looks at you. Comprehension and fear etched into her features. You did this. You brought her here. You let this happen to her, and she knows it. You picture 100 outcomes, 1,000,000. You want to work toward the end. You see where you save everyone who hasn't already gotten squished or elected grand human. And no one ever gets fucking trampled again. But there's no time for that one. Instead, you pick up one she, give her a quick hug and throw her into the closest bush with what's left of your adrenaline-filled new alarm strength. You reach for the handle of the katana from Avenger's wreck and hope to fuck it's not only for display. You've never felt less prepared to take something on in your life. You've never felt more sure you had to. In the end, it's no choice at all. Damn, that's one scary bear. The beast charges at you, teeth barred and rainbow bloody. You hold your position, the pinky and ring finger tight near the bottom of the handle like Tigiri taught you. When it leaps at you, tackling you to the ground, you bury the blade into its chest. The chola bear lays on top of you, the last of its life twitching out of it as it presses your life out of your lungs in return. Through your darkening vision... Wow, we actually did it! Darkening vision, and under the furry dead weight pinning you to the ground, you see her from the edge of the woods, eyes wide and watery with understanding. Once she picks herself up. Oh. Well, that's all the end. At least she didn't die. At least she didn't die. We sacrificed ourselves for her epically. Wow, that was the most epic thing that MC ever did. Oh, take it in. The small one did not die. At least Benji didn't die. Same time agent. Damn. Now I have 2 hours more to sleep. Until I have to get up again. Make him suit statue at least. Damn. Or at least appreciate him, I suppose. Is that lime? Like on the far right? Looks like 2 lime splatters. Oh well. Anyway. These are all the official endings of Hiveswap Friendsim for today. Ooh, Body's Root honestly has me ready for character death. I think, to be honest, Karako's death was the most feelsome. Karako's death was the one death that had me the most. I needed a freaking hug after that. Well, maybe green grass, but lime green grass, but it still didn't look like grass. It looked like the red things. Anyway. Aw, thank you, Lech. Thank you a lot. Thank you a bunch. And you can actually help me out by joining the Discord community or check out our other sites, like for example the Patreon, if you want to help out more. We would grandly appreciate it, and also, of course, you will get rewards on our Patreon, but that's something you have to decide for yourself. I hope that you guys and girls, enjoyed it. That all of you enjoyed it as much as I did, or if not, then maybe more. And I hope that you guys leave. And hopefully, if you liked it, then please consider leaving a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And this is it for today's Hiveswap Friendsim. I sincerely love all of you guys. And we'll see each other in the next video and or stream. Cheerio! Bye bye! Bye bye and cheerio! I'm just gonna wait until we have some buys in the chat. Cheerio! Bye, Wheezy Wimp! Bye! Cheerio!